Hey Lucas, I'm looking at your file and I think I have, I see the issue that you're talking about. Right along here on the border you're seeing this changing happen. It's just your alpha map. You're able to see through it to the other side. And the sawtooth effect is the pixels in your bitmap texture being stretched across this large object. Two things. The alpha channel, the alpha map that you have, we can't use alpha maps on terrain because it creates a really large alpha for the game engine to render, and that's just not possible. The other thing is that it disguises all of these polygons that can be budgeted to do your terrain or to do your ecosystem or any other number of objects. So save polys, save special maps wherever you can. Those are typically used much more frugally. So let me take you through very quickly how you can achieve a floating island with the polygons and the shape that you want. Alright, so I've just put a simple gradation in here, and this gray tells it to be a different elevation than this black. So go back to maps and we will start with the grid, top-down view. I'm going to make a planar surface. It's going to be 1,000 by 1,000. Yours will end up being smaller, but we'll start with the standard first, 200 at the very most, and that's stretching it. So the first thing that we're going to do is go ahead and apply the displace modifier. Go get the height map. And apply some strength so you can see that you have a height map attached there now. Now that's going to separate the black polygons pretty successfully so that you could just delete those out of there. But before we do that, get rid of the grid so you can see better, we're going to create your subterrain as well. So we're going to clone this object, copy it, and when that's selected we are simply going to go negative strength, which will push it in the opposite direction. This, however, will you'll need to select all your polygons and flip those normals so that it will render properly and export properly for the game engine. But there you have successful separation. So now we want to go lower resolution on the bottom. So we'll come down here and we'll just go 75 by 75. With the light topology that you have for your lower elevation, you can get away with a lot less polygons to create that silhouette, and it is advisable if you don't have a game camera that's going really close to that. Also, a dark texture map will afford you the ability to save polygons also. The light is not going to hit as much. Alright, so we have our topology set. We're going to actually go to editable poly, and then in polygon sub-object we'll go to left view. I clicked on the left. Select all of them with my option key down. I'm going to deselect what I want to keep, and there you can see that everything I don't want to keep is still in red. Delete it. Same true for the top. I'm going to collapse all. Okay, I'm going to go to editable poly, convert it to editable poly. L for left, select, what do I do here? Sub-objects, polygons. Select them all, option key down, deselect what you want to keep, and delete what you don't want to keep. Now, before we forget, we're going to select those polygons and go down here, flip those normals. Okay, so now another thing that I wanted to show you is if you click border in subobject, you'll be able to select this border. Auto back. Okay, select the border on that, top down view, and scale. And just scale that out just a little bit. And pull it down over your subterranean just a little bit so that you don't need to match the polygons, that you can have those drippings of the terrain and not need to work with the same mesh topology in order to weld those edges. It's not necessary. Okay, so in Editable Poly, you can go all the way down to Paint Deformation. Down here, you can relax verts. Let's see, all the way back down. It's just one more way so that you can continue iterating on your mesh once you displace it with your own. Okay, you can get in here, and you can play with your brush size, but you can see that you can relax those verts and continue to get a much nicer edge on that, so that your drippings make a little bit more sense and doesn't look like a tablecloth so much. Alright, so click on Brush Options, you'll find Strength. You can adjust the strength and the size of the brush all in here. Get in here and go ahead and modify that very quickly. This, I think, will get you to your goal a lot faster, rather than trying to manage that the poly monster there that got pretty thick for you there. So push and pull. You can use this also to make more detail in your mesh. Okay, that's all in your roll down here under Editable Poly. Alright, so I think that'll get you to your goal a little bit quicker. I'll attach a separate tutorial for correcting your alpha channel.